Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. And we're going to start this show off with my brother-in-law Chris Nordine, who's making a Glassy Chick that's going to have a guitar. It'll be really kind of cool. So the guitar's already made. Here's the Glassy Chick. This event was for Easter. So we got 4 events in this show. The first thing will be the Glass Academy, then Man in the City, then we'll do a Drinks by Design event in the North End neighborhood, and then we'll round out the top of the hour with a Martian run. Anyways, this gentleman here, who also works at the Glass Academy, custom ordered this piece. Here's the guitar, and it's being put on the Glassy Chick ever so gently. He'll be playing the guitar. So it's certainly a unique piece. It's a custom order, one of a kind, probably first time ever done. And Chris is making it look easy, but obviously there's a lot of skill and craftsmanship involved, and time and energy. You just don't jump in and do that off the get-go. So the chick will go on a base. I wish I would have gotten a shot of it turned around. And it's going to go in a cooling oven and cool overnight. So the Glass Academy is in the city of Dearborn, Michigan Avenue and Gully. So, well done. Oh, then we got a car wash here. Car washes rock. Alright, some of the artwork, I gotta dust this top here. Let's see, 10 should work about right. Alright, we're gonna get ready. We're got a little preview here for the preview of the Man in the City. Wednesday, April 10th at the Detroit Shipping Company. So I'm Peterborough. This is a piece I got, item number 113, Lindy Marie. I kid you not. That's it. I love this piece of art too. It's like Miami Vice colors, and she describes it. When I read this, I said, oh, I'm going to bid on this. And luckily, I won. Someone else originally bid on it and didn't get back to it in time because she said she would have bid more. And so I got it for steal. It was either 125 or 150. I believe in developmental abilities. Yes. Well said. And so the preview party Wednesday, April 10th. And I'll show their 30 artists. So we're going to have. And then, well, we'll take a look at this map here, if I can get it. Detroit Golf Club, here we go. Just north is the Palmer Woods. Nice apartments there, but Palmer Woods, Sherwood Forest, Green Acres, and the State Fairgrounds. God, we need to do something with that, don't we? Oh, man, it's a prime piece of property. And so urban planning is paramount. It affects everybody. But Detroit, the metaphor here is like Detroit's ready to take off. And so that's my bowling pin rocket. And then this is fairly new housing here, and it's stylish, well done. This place, no, that needs some work there, but this is well done. April 10th, so we're on time, on schedule. But shipping containers, how clever. And to reuse these things, and you'll get a lay of the land here, and you'll say, So if you've never been, you owe it to yourself just to step inside and check it out. Doesn't cost nothing. I like the logo here. And there's a Bangkok 96 in Dearborn on Michigan and Telegraph. On Telegraph, just south of Michigan. All right, first time. Well, this is, I believe, the second year. Don't hold me, 99% sure. But they got 8-foot sculptures. These other ones, like the one I have, is around 3 foot. But they got 5 of these 8-foot, and so I'm doing the math, they got 25 of the little guys. This one, done up in pennies by Jessica. And this one's sideways. And then they had like goodies. And gosh, did they look good, don't they? Yeah. But it was just picture time at first. I didn't realize everybody could nibble on it. It wasn't until later that I figured it out. It was a free deal. You just can't beat free, right? You can get a coffee, a soda. Okay, here we go. The website, nso-mi.org. So this is the second level. It's immediate. We're already doing it up, which is nice. I don't need my glasses for this. A purple Batman, done by Paul. Then the place next here, they got nice windows looking out. So this house next door is really cool. Look at how they did the steps. That's awesome looking. Well done, and the front of the house is painted. They just need to buy a little more paint and then like finish off the side. But yeah, but still, I want to live in the city. I got to find the right deal. All right, so this is all on the second level, but you can look down on the lower level. This, I think last year somebody had done it with the clocks, so it's not totally original, but this deal where he's got 5 of them, so he did a little woodworking on his own. But that one, all these pieces are going to go up for auction, and the money raised, it's a fundraiser for the Neighborhood Services Organization. So it's all good cause and so forth. So I think these artists just do it for free out of the goodness of their heart, and then they auction it off and the money goes to a good cause. Win-win, win-win, win-win. And then this guy is familiar in Detroit. He's like a Theodore Bazaar kind of guy. Arts crowd. Detroit Derby Girls, I saw him at halftime there. He's all around, only in Detroit kind of guy. And you can see the name tags here. But let's see, I'm going to show, trying to look this way and not turn my back on you, but I got to see the video too. Hubert. Yeah, these are like well done. It looks like a sideline, he gets into the risque stuff a little bit. Taylor. Nothing wrong with that. Here's another one of those 8-foot. That would probably be suitable for a business in the lobby or something like that. But it'll be interesting to see what these pieces go up for auction. And the auction's going to be held at that Detroit Golf Club. Clay School off in the distance. Ain't that a solid building? This monthly, weekly, daily. I'm not sure if that's still the case. But yeah, do it on a daily basis. They have good lighting in here. This is actually, yeah, outdoors, looking down. So if the band is playing over here, well, that's where the stage is. You get a nice view on the second level looking down. And then Armadillo Printwear, they were closed, but I like, looks like the Werner's Gnome, and it says maliciously indifferent. Aha! That's clever, I like that. And the prices seem affordable. They're not off the hook like concert prices or something like that. Certainly not that high. Then, like down one of the corridors, they had like the comic type thing going. So some cartoons. Yeah, I'm kind of moving through it quick, but yeah, when you have the time, yeah, you can sit down there and just absorb it, take it all in. Beer makes me happy. It does that Supreme Court justice, and a lot of people probably agree too. Beer makes them happy. Hotel Fort Wayne, they need to repurpose that building. There's the arena, Little Caesars Arena back there, and there's Chunks. And across the street, Woodstock, and that's so apropos. It's the 50-year anniversary of the big concert in Woodstock, New York. Little chilly, 43, so yeah, spring really hadn't sprung quite yet. It's easier for me to say Tsunami Center, but it's Toonami. I'm going to check this place out because it's just around the corner. Yeah, right around, well, to the north side here. Then they got a menu here, so, and it's affordably priced. So you can kind of like pick and choose, place your order, then they give you like one of those disc things. You take it to your table and it buzzes when your food's ready. And all this stuff just looks great. So I'm sure the idea is a lot of people can share. So you get a plate of everything and mix and match. Caribbean place right next door. And I'm going through the menu way too quick. This is more appealing, like you can see exactly. But I like the artwork. I like to say art is everywhere. So we got a chicken. Check out the lamb. It's well done. We got Porky Moo, a fish, and a goat. Okay. And then the family station wagon. We had several of those. My dad worked at Ford Motor, and I think one of the early ones we had that wood paneling, but it was that faux wood paneling and it faded. But it was great for hauling the family. It was pre-SUV days. But yeah, we took family vacations with those station wagons. This one's got some good artwork along with it here. And so, yeah, this is, if you're in a band or something and want to perform here, this is your stage and looking out at your audience there. You might have a few kegs on the side, but you make those like tables, set stuff on it. But yeah, you got an upper deck. And then in the wintertime, the heaters, you know. Then the tables are movable, and they'll let you host your event here. So depending on what you got going, you could certainly adjust things. So May 16th at the Detroit Golf Club, they were raffling two tickets. The tickets are $100, but I presume all that money goes to the charity. So I'll be coming back from a vacation, but I want to go to this. So I guess if I'm in town, I want to check that out. It's worth every bit of $100. And then level 2, this is all cut out of steel. It's kind of neat. The gallery is the perimeter, goes all the way around. So a neat little layout. Obviously with these shipping containers, it's kind of fun. So you can host a meeting, a speed dating event, and in the heart of Cass Corridor. Yeah, that's what we should call it, not District Detroit. That's super lame, but there's your email. But I would think you could just tell a group of friends, hey, we'll meet out at the shipyard, and you do that. But if you got a big event, you want to make a function at the Junction, you probably should set it up. But we're going to do another spin around and vote. I had a voting ballot here, and they had 5 categories, so I'll take a stab at it. I did once go around, and I did it clockwise, so this time I'll go counterclockwise. Get a different perspective. They got TV set up around the perimeter, so certainly if there's a sporting event going on, and with the local teams especially, that would be on. This is round number 2 for Lindy Marie. She had purple colors there. That would make a great bookend to this one, but I don't know. The price probably has gone up. I want to check out this turnip rock. And look at this. You can get a picture of the Mackinac. A little pricey, but they have art displayed no matter. And it's kind of like the Cass Cafe. They have artists displayed their work for a month or 2. I'm not sure the whole time limit. There's other places that do that. And so you get a rotating art kind of thing, and the artists get to get some exposure and sell their pieces. It's win-win, win-win kind of thing. Peace. And then with some of these, it's the man in the city kind of thing, but I think not to be overlooked with certainly as women in the city. I always try to take that angle, like, well, how are the women? There's no reason you can't have a woman in the city. Maybe they can have an auxiliary event, or maybe just for shits and giggles next year have a woman in the city. And then like women-owned businesses could have one of these on top of their building. So you just take that thing, put a skirt on it, and an Easter bonnet hat. But you tell the Detroit woodworking guy to make a figure, and then they can dress it up like that. Anyways, that's just a thought. Because I feel women are the women of the millennium, the 2000s, the whole 1,000 years. 2000 to 3000, that will be the millennia for the women. We can make that happen. Yeah, that's just my 2 cents. The other one that they do too is like a penny for your thoughts. So you're paying like double if you say, I'm going to give you my 2 cents. But anyways, nice venue. Here you can get strawberry infused water. And I like their logo, Deep Eddy. Yeah, it's like, is the water warm enough, or is it good enough to step inside? And with Detroit, it's just about right, you know. Jump into Detroit, right? All right, Goodie Bar is open. I figured it out, so I'm gonna give me one of those. And I got one of those Twizzler type things. I'm not a fancy, fussy eater and stuff, but when I can do the good stuff every now and then, I'll nibble on this. This is a butter kind of thing with chocolate. Then they had a police present, so you're going to feel safe, not to worry, right? And they gave you a goodie bag. Sweet. Those are always good. And there were candies definitely in there. Here at Tiger, a restaurant there, and then a bike shop. We're going to check out the lay of the land, kind of the lower Cass Corridor area here, just north of Little Caesars Arena. There's some artwork there. Yeah, Peterborough, it's 1 block stretch was Chinatown, so thinking that says welcome to Chinatown, and that's redone. So nice that they did that sign up. Here, different form of transportation. They're zipping with those things. 1912 for the Burton School. And it's been repurposed, and I'm not sure if this still holds true, but a while back I saw a movie here, got some popcorn and stuff. It was a cinema for a little bit, but now it's available, so I don't know if the movies are still there, but if you have the chance, check it out, check a movie out. This building was redone. Oh my gosh, I thought this one was too far gone, but Park in Peterborough. Look, and this was well done. It's a castle now. Got nice lamps, street lights there, and then nice wrought iron work, but then someone had to ruin it with this thing, but people will figure it out eventually. Don't do that kind of stuff. But some of these other buildings certainly going to get torn down. Right now it provides free parking. So there was an event at the Little Caesars Arena. Some people were walking back and getting their cars, but for now it's free, but that probably won't last for too long. Here's the Hotel Fort Wayne. This, it's a vacant lot, and it's kind of like a dump, because there's like a hill of trash across the way. Well, there's a entrepreneur in this area, the guy that owns the cinema. I don't know his name offhand, but he bought a lot of property in the Lower Cass Corridor, and now that this neighborhood is making a comeback, he's going to do quite well. But he believed in the city, so. But this area, this neighborhood is probably all the rage and has been for a few years as people speculate. But the time now is to start building up on this. So this whole urban planning, yeah, let's all put in our 2 cents. Or I'll give you a penny for your thoughts. But yeah, no opinion is the right opinion. With urban planning, it's audience participation. Yeah, everybody can get involved. Well, I stepped inside here. All this walking around made me thirsty, but no, I wanted to see how they roll here. So I got this, Rubaeus, because I said tart and refreshing raspberry ale. That sounds good to me. So this is the beer menu, and the percentages here. The higher, the better, or so I'm told. And then the pricing 5, 8, 10, 16, or pitcher. Then they got a growler for 5 and a howler. That must. Oh, I don't know how the howler works. So they had a coaster for what I got, and it's kind of a raspberry deal. Here was the goodie bag. There were those M&M caramel. It's the first time I had those, and they're yummy. Okay, May 16th, Detroit Golf Club. It's a fundraising event to benefit the programs and services of NSO. Yeah, and this is the one I got. It ended up in the program on a postcard. Hang on 1 second. This is worth reading though. Changing lives one person at a time. All right. Well, every now and then I'll kind of cut you loose and let you go. This is in my living room, so this would be like Studio A. But we're going to try this so I can point out certain things and then give visual commentary. But I did that before, but I can point more and more better. That was a 24-hour diner at one time. I got a couple burgers out of that place, but you got to figure people are really looking at these lots. So 31.31, yeah, I think, yeah, for sale, but price is high. One of these bar stools I sat on, or restaurant stools, but look at the land. Don't have to do too much here. It's all cleared for you. And then the proximity to Little Caesars Arena. Then they have those green light deals, which is a good thing too. So if you're concerned with safety, you know, make way to one of those. Then they're displayed all over town. We're used to the orange man in the city, but we're going to check this one out, the Toonami Center, which is just north of Peterborough and 3rd. Here, and then a street up is ML King, so Bill's Recreation. And they still play pool here. I went in there once, and I'm not a good pool player, and not a shark by any means. Here's the soup kitchen, but they have other functions here. They take a shelter when it's really super cold. $35.25. Yeah, you'd have to knock, and if you're cool, they'll let you in. They'll play a game of pool. Jumbo's probably is going to be my hangout in the future here. That's fairly new housing. And then these kind of smaller units are kind of neat. I wonder what they're like inside, but they look like they have nice rooms. To live in the city, God, that's going to be on my bucket list, but I got to make it happen. Here, though, I'm going, something's going on, and then it's skateboarders. They got their ramps set up around the perimeter of this oddly shaped, it's almost like a triangle. And I would have loved to have, it looked like maybe it was a private event. Everything's kind of boarded up, but I would have loved to have gone inside and see how they do, you know. But we'll do that another time. So that's the side of the building. Then the mural on the back side. And then a guard dog, so he's keeping an eye on me, as well he should. But now with these security cameras and so forth, that adds a whole extra layer, and I think it's time to jump into Detroit and start to make things happen. That includes me. But I've always been fascinated with the Cass Corridor. It was the red light district in the past. But wow, it's a hot commodity now. As we connect the dots from downtown to the Cass Quarter, to Midtown, and then to New Center. But pretty soon it's just going to be a nice stretch from downtown to Midtown, solid. All right, I got to loop back, so I took the alley back, and here's where I parked. And that's the website, det.com. And the idea is to focus on Detroit. So, all right, well, I was driving up the street, and I'm looking at this logo, and there's a bunch of people inside in a lively atmosphere, kind of like a fishbowl effect, though, but it's nice with all the windows. But the colors were nice and the ambiance looked good. So I parked the car and said, we're going to check it out. It was SheWolf. And I asked, I said, I'll have a drink, but do you mind if I just take a few pictures? And it's like, they were cool with that. So said, let's look at their drink menu. And I had, after all these years, so fancy drink I went for there. Now the story is, and you'd have to ask one of the waiters or waitresses, and the story is, I believe he's originally the chef and the owner, originally from Sterling Heights, and then he studied in Rome, learned how to be the chef, and then became a wine connoisseur. And so everybody here is like really on top of their game when it comes to the cuisine and the wine. And they have different levels of master, I guess. Anyways, I'm showing kind of the menu here a little bit, kind of quickly, but there was a good crowd in there. And anyways, he came back and he's sharing all what he's learned from Italy and trying to do it up here in Detroit. Here's the story of the SheWolf. Crazy story, but the boys returned as great men to build a city on those banks, the city of Rome. But let's rebuild the city of Detroit. It can be done, and in our lifetime. I really believe that. So they have a nice wine selection here. And then, let's see, we're gonna...
Okay. For a bottle.
Right.
Okay.
105, 220, 125. Antinori is 350.
Well, this is the first time I tried to do a show like this, and I'm not sure if taking a picture of the original video coming up on a TV screen, it's like second, third, fourth hand, so the video might not have very good clarity at all, but I can point closer. Honest John's, that's a bar that's been there for a little bit. But yeah, there's Jules intermixed throughout this neighborhood. A nice leather shop, so if you're into leather, you need to check this place out. They got handbags and goodies. Seasons. Center for Creative Design. But they have sculptures all over the city of Detroit, the Nordine brothers, and in Dearborn, and through the metro area. The Charles had a Dr. Seuss kind of look to it, but they were advertising. But that's for the Avalon Bakery. Next door is the Alley Taco. And Cobb's. Oh, and then they had a comedy show. Yeah.
Stop wearing that shit. You wanna lie? That's just the bat signal for hey, I still don't need dick.
So continuing a tour through the neighborhood here, there's a water tower, a bottle rocket, and then this is classic, the Detroit Edison. You see this in a lot of artwork. And if you like to bowl, this is supposed to be the oldest. I don't see the advertisement. And then we need to think about Detroit. Okay, the giant tire. Okay, we're gonna, little piston interlude. That's for the Tigers there. All right, well that takes care of that. And I slept in between. All right, so this is the North End neighborhood. Oh, yeah. somebody lost their backpack. Backpack was here on the side of the bench, and it's like they were bumming. So if you've seen it or know where it is, please return it. The golden top of the Fisher building and the sun. It's not on yet. Pretty soon. Loading and unloading instructions. But yeah, train action rocks. This was fun to be able to check this out. I like that urban type thing. The decorative barbed wire, but some nice murals around here, and then trains were rolling around, nice long ones. So then a bar over here, and one of these days I'll step inside and show you inside. But yeah, more train action. An art gallery here. Soothing with the cloud deal. Now there was a function at the Junction here, a Drinks by Design event, and that's all a lot too with urban planning. And this was a biggie here, and it was at the Mogo building. Not at this building. I'm trying to figure out what that's all. Campbell Company, and if they're going to make a printing company out of this deal. But across from that building is the Mogo building, and so 6545 St. Antoine. It was a photo op for a lot of people. They have well-attended events. But I wanted to get some information on Mogo, because if you want to get around the city, you're starting to see more and more of these bike racks set up, Mogo. Next door in that same building, they have the Detroit Dart Club, and they have dodgeball. So they have an area set up, and it's popular with preteens, teens, high school kids. DET.com, yes. So some nice stickers, and
The dodgeball, is that with like a volleyball?
It's with you can have eyeballs or you can have regular American style dodgeballs. The strong rubber balls that
yeah, dodgeball, you can punish people sometimes. But Cooper Hewitt Design. So they were talking about urban planning in Detroit and some other deals, but it was so crowded and I got there late. I didn't want to fight for a spot. So I decided, I'll case the joint out around the perimeter. This is the Jam Handy building. Used to be like an advertising place for the automobile, as I understand it. Some nice murals. Art is everywhere, and it's no problem seeing this displayed. This is the old school kind of graffiti, which was a lot of Detroit for years and years, that kind of stuff. But now, things, maybe not so much lifelike, but a little fantasy, but I love Detroit. Yeah, that's nice. Interestingly named company. Then they had a food truck in the back, so this was Emma's Kitchen. And then you have different options for the Mogo bikes. Look at that, a two-wheeler there. Yeah, so you have options. That's a good thing. The affordable way to get around town. And then a diagram of how everything goes together for manufacturing. And this was Toronto Cycle. They had a little maintenance shop there. Millennials nowadays look at, well, is it worth the car and the insurance and the gas and the headache and the parking? And if they can walk, there's the RoboCop. There's going to be a statue in front of the Michigan Science Center, hopefully soon. But the kids, to get back to that, if they can get around by walking, taking a bike, doing the scooter thing, and saving all the cost of a vehicle, even though motor capital, I should all be selling cars, but yeah, you can still sell cars, but when you need a nice, good, walkable city, there's no problem with that. Okay, this building, it's like they dripped a lot of cans of paint down the side, but look at this building, once cold storage, is now under transformation as a place for gathering and a space for growth. Chroma is a hub for creative entrepreneurs, community innovators, food cultivators, and more. It is an open invitation to all neighbors, collaborators, and yeah. Anyways, this sounds exciting. Still not lit up, but that's the Fisher building. Yeah, that building needs a little work. Looking towards downtown in the Ren Center, here they might make use of that parking lot too. Oh, more trains. We gotta turn this up. I love trains. It's Milwaukee Junction. It's a function at the junction. But yeah, truck frames. This place, what to do? Urban planning is an audience participation event. Everybody can get involved. Okay, turn down Hastings Street here. And the black folk know all about Hastings Street. So, but this I-75 tore up most of it. But here, I'm surprised that sign's been up there. They don't stay up there too long. But the Packard, or the Fisher Body 21 plant, not the Packard, Fisher Body 21 made truck bodies. Here, like it's a UFO, it's like a flying saucer. I love that urban architecture. Or the urban art. Then, well, this is good news. They're decommissioning the waste incinerator plant. That's massive, huge. As far as urban planning, now that whole area can prosper because you don't have that big white elephant spewing toxic smoke throughout the neighborhood. Here, a little lean factor there. That was a stylish building. Here, the Paquette plant. This is where Ford did his assembly line gig. It's like, yeah. Here's the bar, and I think they have apartments up top. Next door, they have a few more apartments. It's a half full moon. Things are looking up. Yeah, they have 4 units here. This is the Landsberg. All right, there we go. The golden top of the Fisher building. And it looks good. Yes, indeedy. Certainly a landmark, and you can get your perspective of where you're at, your bearings. We're getting near the top of the hour here. General Motors headquarters in the back was the laboratories. So that to me was like a Batman Robin kind of thing. All right, have a little time for the Martian run, which was an event that took place in Dearborn on April 13th. And it's just getting to the start of the 5 and the 10K. Starts at 8. Oh, some people had great costumes. Here she's running, carrying a Martian. My sister and brother-in-law, Chris, this guy had the best costume. They're the Martians carrying him. That's the way to do it. Money for nothing, your chicks for free. Okay, 5K was a big deal, then the 10K. They had half marathons. It's the first time I've kind of done that. I'm going to have to play with the volume and figure it out later, and I might even be out of the picture. I got to check this. They have the half marathon, and marathon would run up Edward Hines quite a distance and then make its return. But the 5K and the 10K pretty much go around Ford Field. So it was kind of neat. They did the thing with the Martian theme, so that was kind of fun. So some artwork was done with that. A nice bridge here at Ford Field. And think this is the lower Rouge. Gonna have to look and see where the middle Rouge kind of connects. It might be a little further down where U of M Dearborn is. Then they have like some rainbow Martians. That's the first time I had seen that. So I'm starting wondering, you know, is there such a thing as a gay Martian? I don't know if that's what that signifies or not. Most of them in years past have been like the green, the purple, or the blue. The first female, that would have been the 5K. Yeah, and then the Weeping Willows doing their thing. Oh, somebody already trashed a Martian. Wow, that's a rough way to go. Some people, that was a radio there. Built in 1926. Here, what's the weight limit for this log across the bridge? But we have high weight limits for trucks, and that's what initially cracks the roads. Then the salt and the water gets in there, freeze, expand. Yeah, we shouldn't let those high truck limits keep going on like this. Why are we so special? I don't know. Well, we got nature here in the Lower Rouge, but this is kind of like a wetlands and it's a floodplain. People in Lower Dearborn Heights and Lincoln Park and areas of Taylor with the recent flood, we need to work on storage basins or whatnot and have some floodplains where water can collect so we don't get flooding every time, you know, we get 2 or 3 inches of rain. Now they're getting ready for the half marathon, so they have different starting times. Okay, I have another brother-in-law named Chris, and he's doing the half marathon, 13.1 miles. And I was looking for him and said, well, I probably missed him, so there were some geese flying in formation. And, well, there he goes. He waved. Can't catch everything. The medals, so it's kind of neat with them. That's my sister Sue. So keeping with the Martian theme, it's kind of fun in that sense, doing the Martian. Like, and that raises the question: are there like Martians out there? Right? I don't know. Who knows for sure? Some of the winners there present, you know, photo ops, faith, hope, charity, so inspirational messages, on sides of buildings. You love that. Here you can get a pastry. There's family walking up the street, but here they redid the Wagner place, not totally open, 1896. Maybe shine that up a little, but the Wagner block. So Main Street, Dearborn, certainly Michigan Avenue. You have like an Eastbourne and a Westbourne. You kind of have a Midtown too in Dearborn. Okay, well, we're going to get near the top of the hour, but this is the first time I tried to do this kind of routine. And I got to really, this is a show for Detroit, I really got to watch the time. It can't be over 1 minute. So, I know I'm getting close here. So folks, have a good evening, or a good weekend, whatever the case may be. And think about urban planning. You can do it. All right, we got 1 minute, 24 seconds. Yeah, this is West Downtown Dearborn, and this is where Howell's used to be, and I'm not quite sure what's going in place of it. All right, some artwork there. Love Michigan. We stopped for breakfast here at the Brome, and they had a shot here that they gave us, and it looks like it's kind of a healthy kind of a deal. Then you have lots of choices with your burgers here. $59.32. I am on top of this. I can't go over 1 minute. And sometimes I get to talking and forget. But okay, $59.45. And then in a couple weeks I'll have something new. That's the game plan anyways. Good night.